начинаем играть в Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Так, это Центральная Южная Европа. Теперь Центральная Европа. До замка. Замок вообще микроскопически изображен. Это нападающие. Красные. Интересно. Вроде тогда пушки более современные были.
This onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others. Look out! Godwin! Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move! Father!
Will you come to anoint us before we die?
We'll get anointed after the battles are hands. With booze.
Рыцарь-арбалетчик. Требуше. Какая катапульта усовершенствованная. Видимо, благодаря противовесу может кидать далеко и очень большие вещи. Как же стену разрушить? Так, благодаря этому открылись ворота, но есть еще... Дверка вот эта. Квадратик, забыл, как называется.
Rude awakening, eh? Make it count.
Старт игры какой-то сумбурный. Если что, я немного поиграл, чтобы немного ознакомиться с игрой. Потому что я первую часть не играл. Да. Миссия, конечно, наверху. Помазал. Попал. Все. Здесь все. У меня много. Так я попал. О, арбалетчики со щитами на спине. Зачем щиты? А чтобы, когда перезаряжаться, надо отворачиваться к врагу. И вражеские стрелы летели бы в спину со щитом. Ну, в спину прикрытую щитом. Так, пока еще наверху возиться. Все, зовут вниз. Тот с стрелковым оружием воюет. появились где-то в 6 веке вроде бы. Или даже раньше. Арбалет позволяет пробивать броню, так как сила выстрела у него сильнее. По крайней мере на близком расстоянии. Но, как говорится, оружие и броня всегда совершенствовались. Да. Так, убиваем лестницу. Вот откуда он достал альбарду? И все, наверное. Все, пролог закончен. Точнее, стартовая сцена закончена. Дальше пролог будет. Ролики в 30 кадров. Игра будет где-то 60-80. 2К на 4070. Nvidia. Просто 4070. 12 гигов. Процессор 7700X. Ryzen. И 32 гига оперативности DDR5.
I don't poke at it. Just calm down.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking you, that. Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Несколько недель назад. Так, мы играем за желтый.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, you rat!
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Harry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does that actually mean?
O Dentes Fortuna Juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
В общем, слева главный герой.
Not you glad to be finally out of that hellhole, where we can finally enjoy some adventure, see a bit of the world, meet new women, and simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir, Trotsky.
Походу это замок. Притом, по-моему, до этого не был на холме.
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Berghoff must be made of money.
Да, жаль, что лошадь нельзя назвать как-либо. А то все бы поназвали бы лошадь плотвой.
Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
In the first place, Sir Hans, we've got a task ahead of us. An important one. And a great responsibility. You don't meet such a mighty noble as von Bergov every day. So, first duty, then fun.
Quiet, monk. You'll just spoil the rest of our trip. It's all clear to me. We deliver the message, get the politics over with, and enjoy a bit of adventure together. But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless... maybe he's just...
Вот это диалоги просто вроде как ни на что не влияют.
He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day. So I expect he wants to be sure you won't botch it.
Для них не нужно ни красноречия, ничего.
There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where, and here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
So do I. How is that? Fortuna...
Audentes fortuna juvat! See now, there's the Henry I know and love. Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oates. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on, Dick. Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk. I don't miss nothing.
Sir.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, we don't stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Вот и красные.
What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Lipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Lipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Lipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Well,
While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
Так, солдат. Советник. Будем за красноречие. По идее, это даст интересные диалоги.
I'm Lord Capon's advisor and scribe, and now an envoy as well.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
Красноречие, обаяние, могущество. Принуждение. Понятно. Это можно прокачать. То есть навык зависит. Так, это принуждение, превосходство, могущество.
We want to negotiate an alliance. We'll come to an agreement with your lord in Trotsky, and maybe offer to deal with those bandits for you. After all, you haven't been able to track them down. So we can take matters into our own hands. So move aside, and let us, dutiful knights, pass.
Don't provoke me, boy, or you'll pass to a place you don't want to be. Didn't you say you were a scribe? Or are you trying to
Кстати, а
tell
вот
me
здесь
you're a
рандом.
knight?
В прошлый раз
and a
он мне
scribe?
поверил.
Don't try to pull the wool over.
Ну-ка.
My eyes.
Don't listen to him, Captain. He's traveling with me for the first time, and evidently, he's got a bit above himself. We've come on the orders of Margrave Jobst of Moravia, and we bear a message from Sir Hanish of Lipa, Divish of Tarnberg, and Radzig Kobula. Our message concerns the offer of an alliance that it seems you need as much as we do right now.
All right, then. You may carry on, but put your men in their place, sir, before their impertinence leads you into trouble.
Indeed, I will. Thank you, Captain.
Это пока пролог, тут ничего особо не влияет ни на что. Но все-таки в ключевые моменты лучше сохраняться.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall, and Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone let a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them.
Это намек на то, что они по-любому будут разбойники. И будет жопа.
Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
Jesus, Henry, that barking's driving me nuts. Can you get your dog to shut its beak?
Go away, Mutt. You'll get nothing from me.
Так. Это свист.
I assume you can hear that damn dog of yours barking. Can you sort him out?
Stop bothering me, Mutt.
Come on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a few dice.
For the love of God. How many times do I have to tell you? I ain't playing with you.
Why not?
Because you cheat.
I do not.
Oh? And how come you always win then, eh?
I assume you can hear that damn dog of yours barking. Can you sort him out?
Go away, Mutt. You'll get nothing from me.
Ну, как-то надо подозвать свистом. Но он крайне кривовато подбегает к тебе.
No.
For Christ's sake! Henry! Call off that damn dog before he walks down the last mile, mate.
Call that dog, Henry. Who the hell can listen to that?
One little game, mate.
Leave me alone. I ain't
Jesus,
no
Henry, that
rescue.
barking's driving me nuts.
One little game.
Can you get your
One
dog
little
to shut
game.
its beak?
And then you go and take my last
You'll get
groschen.
nothing from me.
Mutt! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what
Это
I can
вообще
get for you.
криво, как работает этот барбос.
Ah, peace at last.
Why don't we
That
carry on to the
barking
footy
was
of
a
Trotsky?
pain in the ass.
They must have a tavern there. A fellow could have a game there.
Give over,
Берем иду.
tankard. There'll be time enough for the tavern after we
Блин,
deliver.
кривовато сделано, конечно, все это. Ну да ладно.
Do you know why we're going to Trotsky?
For some big political parley.
Yeah, of course. I'm just wondering if you know what's in that message we're carrying.
Not really, but I reckon our lords want to sound out von Burgo. Bear in mind the times we're living in. King Wenceslas under lock and key in Vienna, and his brother Sigismund, meanwhile, shamelessly plundering Bohemia. We need to know who's going to stand on our side if things get even worse. And the royal chamberlain, von Burgo, has the land reserves under his thumb. So he's a big player.
To tell the truth, I'm starting to get a bit anxious about what to expect tomorrow. Do you think our big mission will be successful?
Nothing to worry about. We'll get to Trotsky, Sir Hans and von Burgo will parley, and then we'll ride back. Done.
You're a bit sure of yourself, eh?
Well, this ain't my first time delivering a message. Everything will go according to plan. Don't you worry.
We might even discuss how to make peace with Sigismund.
Peace? I don't know. Sigismund is winning and he won't want to parley for peace. But I hope there's some chance of a truce, at least an armistice. The main thing is that it don't get no worse. Hacking up Cumins is one thing, but if it comes to Czechs fighting against Czechs, that'd be nasty.
Do you know these parts?
A little. It's all rocks and woods.
Диалог первый час.
Lovely to look
Про
at,
собачку.
but shit for hunting in. If you don't watch your step, you could easily fall down some fissure.
So you've been in Trotsky before?
Not Trotsky itself. Once I just passed through here with Sir Hanusha's escort.
Ah, I expect that's why he sent you with us.
No doubt, but also because I'm not as rash as you youngsters. And besides, as the cook, I make sure you lot don't gobble up all the supplies at once.
Так. Ну, к нему.
Listen, would you have some scraps for a mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
Можно вот это
Listen,
выбрать.
if you give me that sausage now, I'll bring you something from the feast tomorrow. They'll surely serve us up some real delicacies at Lord von Bergov's castle. And I'll be invited, too.
You might be right. After all, you're a noble's bastard, and Zahans always keeps you close at hand. All right, then. Here's your sausage. And don't forget about me tomorrow. My favourite is boar meat with rosehip sauce and cabbage.
Так,
Here you go.
кормить.
Take it.
Он вот так съедает, просто бросаем на землю. Все, покормили пса.
I see you've got dice set up. Want a game?
Sure thing, Henry. How's about a little wager to spice it up?
What do you want to wager?
Look, if you lose, how about you pay for everything I order in the tavern in Trotsky?
And if I win?
Well, I've got this silver ring here I won from Oates yesterday. I'll wager that.
Sounds fair to me. All right, it's a deal.
Бель. Ага. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side. Here.
Ходит
My
какой-то.
God, I'm done.
Неровная комбинация. Так, это у меня вообще по нулям уходит.
Don't drag it out. I want to play too, you know? Remind me not to play with you next time. Aye, that'll do. My God! Oh, come on! Are you being cautious or cowardly?
Видел.
Wonderful. Ha ha! My lucky dice never fail. It's mine, friend. Tomorrow, we'll drink on Henry's coin.
That's just great.
You can never have too much ale. Want to try your luck again? Same wager.
Nah, that's enough humiliation from me.
Ну, ладно, понятно, разберемся чуть-чуть попозже, как играть в кости. Примерно понятен смысл комбинаций, но не совсем понятно, как выигрывать со стопроцентной вероятностью. А, еще я сохранить игру сейчас вообще не могу.
Henry, what the fuck was that about?
What was what about?
With that captain? I thought they got us all. The way you provoked him.
You're a noble. You can't let some lackey shit all over you.
Maybe, but I'd like to remain a living noble.
At least no one got hurt. He was just throwing his weight around.
You can't just let loose on anyone and everyone like that. That could really come back and bite us all in the arse.
I apologise. You're right.
That's all right. I understand how you feel. His tone got on my nerves too. And keep quiet tomorrow in front of von Berghoff. I'm here to do the talking. We'll deliver our message and fulfill our mission. If we arrange a truce with the League of Lords, then Hanush will finally have to take me seriously. Well, since you're so sure of yourself, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
Прям как сталкер, блин. Менюшка, черт знает где находится. Так, сила, качество. Вес, цена, количество, используемые предметы, название. Реализм в игре. Так, красноречие у меня на 16 прокачано. Так, доступные очки умений 0. Обаяние так себе. Блин, внушительность 16. Да. Вот здесь переключаться между разными вещами. Миссии. Карта. Персонаж. Так, мне нужно надеть защиту башки. Есть. И шлем. Есть. Экипироваться мечом. Есть. Пища не нужна. Все надето. То есть по-любому надо штаны под латы. Шпоры поверх лат. Это вообще без ничего надевается. А вот под броню нужно обязательно надевать комбинезон и хаурбек. А хаурбек это броня, кстати. Если у него что, двойная броня? Ну ладно. Да.
So,
Начинаем.
shall we start?
Ready? Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, I'll take the lead.
I just can't wait.
Let's get warmed up.
Так, достаем
I'll
оружие.
attack you a few times. You defend.
Вот это означает
Go
его
ahead.
конечности без тела.
Impress me. Is that
То
the
есть
best
вверх
you've
башка,
got?
слева справа
I didn't even work up a
руки
sweat.
и
Oh,
снизу
you will
ноги.
soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Так, ну, простая шерстка ударов из 4 ударов. Классика в жанре.
Enough.
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah.
Левая кнопка
But you're
мыши,
pretty
удар
winded
мечом.
yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Снизу
Now
под
save your voice
здоровьем
and
идет
try it yourself.
полоска выносливости.
Gladly. On guard. That's the way.
Так, он должен нанести 5 ударов.
Nice. Good. Good.
4,
That's the way.
5.
Oh, that's enough. No one's
Нормально.
ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
Nice, Henry. That's it. Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Good, Henry.
Значит, обороняемся и переходим, когда загорается меч, в атаку. Это контратака в игре.
Sweet. You've got to block the strike first. Well,
Желательнее атаковать от меча.
but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered. Where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right, come on then. Well, that's not what you meant to do, is it? Good riposte. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake, enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
Так, отвечаем. Можно и
100?
побольше.
How about 200? Are you feeling confident or not?
Fine, 200. On guard. First hit. Now we're even.
Так, назад отходим, назад восстанавливаем стамину.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
Стамина, 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 стамина. Главное не увлекаться. Так, опять стамина заканчивается. Так. Нормально идем. Да, вот. Блин, меня какой-то. Главное в угол не заходить.
Now we're even.
Так, может быть атаковать? Да, блин, что-то он жестче стал. Чем на пробнике. О, новый уровень боя. Так, надо, то есть немного все равно следить за тем. Так, стамина. Есть победа. Все, садимся к костру.
Oh, it seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
Согласимся на этот вариант.
But I lost in Ratai that time. That was nearly the first time in my life I even held a sword in my hand, though.
Well, forging a sword isn't the same as wielding one.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies? Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
Так, ну что, сила. Давайте красноречие.
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot and that we dragged you home right away,
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to
Yes.
boot,
Throwing groschen around like that? Fellas, if a rainy day comes, you'll be fucked.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret.
Блин, игра
The
очень
whole
медленная.
world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry? You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
and she saved my life.
A brave girl.
aye, she's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ah, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
Listen up. I'll tell you what that girl can do. The wildest she-cat I know. So when she's stripped off,
Enough, enough. You want to be a chivalrous knight, and you talk like that about a damsel? For shame. You know, this traveling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
Да, то есть...
I needed a bit of peace and quiet. I had a stroll around, checking out what plants grow here, praying for the success of our mission. Then I came back.
At last someone with some sense who's not in a hurry all the time.
If I always had to think everything over, but...
I wouldn't have rolled in the hay with so many girls if I spent my time just thinking about it.
Thanks for the prayer, anyway.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Berghoff is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
You summed that up nicely. But yes, that's how it is. He's the royal chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important noble than him.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
Так, ну что, выбираем меч, наверное.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Istvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
And that sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. Well, that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
No, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Ishvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning. Hmm?
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Так, и они идут
Let's go and
на
strip.
реку мыться.
Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief. I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Лучший доспех особо не сковывал движения.
Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ball sack.
Вот и девушки.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans.
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Hans.
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Follow me. Carefully. No sudden moves. Don't give us away.